Hello, I'm Super Orange Cat here and today with Toonami's ratings from July 25th, 2020. Let's start at the top of the block. Dragon Ball Super pulls in at a .27. The Rick and Morty short pulled in a .26. Paranoia Agent pulls in a .24. Mob Psycho 100's penultimate episode pulled in a .23. Black Clover pulled in a .22. Naruto Shippuden also pulled in a .15. And the numbers, once again, for Ballmasters are unknown at this time. It's hard to really say anything about this week because this week was a very special circumstance with it being Adult Swim Con and there being announcements given during it. So you really can't say anything about these numbers in particular or really give them any true weight because these numbers are not going to come back next week. These numbers will almost certainly drop. And there's only one interesting thing about this week I could point out is the massive drop specifically between Mob Psycho, which was a .23, and Black Clover, which was a .22, and then Naruto, that was a .15. Everything else drops maybe like 1/100th, 1/100th, and all of a sudden you drop 700ths like that. And it's where I kind of dropped out for the night. And a lot of people clearly did too, because that was the point, if you recall, during the night, it became very apparent there are no more new announcements. Because I remember, like, it was during the, what was it? It was during the Black Clover episode, or was it Mob Psycho? It was the Mob Psycho episode. It was during the Mob Psycho episode where he had the announcement about Uzumaki and it being pushed back a year. And then during Black Clover, people were still watching it, expecting more announcements. But then, like, oh, by the way, as a special treat, we're going to show this clip that's already available online. And then I think everyone just collectively realized that there was going to be nothing else for the night. It was just going to be like, oh, things that we kind of digged up last minute. Like you had Jason DeMarco interviewing Steve Blum and Dana Swanson as well. They tried to play that off as like big news or something. And clearly a lot of people just tuned out because Shippuden's numbers are much closer to its normal in-season numbers than these other numbers are. And I think that's what generally happened. And it's interesting they actually specifically point out the ratings for Rick and Morty, because usually how Nielsen pulls in their numbers is that they look into the ratings during the commercial breaks. And since there was no commercial break during the Rick and Morty short, I guess they did the commercial rate going into it, which would make sense because a lot of people were excited to see what this special short was, only to be pretty generally disappointed that it was, like anything Adult Swim related, inevitably about Rick and Morty, you know? And yeah, there's not much you can really pull about any of these shows in particular. I guess it's kind of cool for Paranoia Agent to get its best rating for its final episode. Although I was actually pretty damn disappointed with how it ended. Like, a spoiler alert, but basically it's all about her damn dog. Literally, her damn dog is the reason why all this weird shit happened. And honestly, that just felt kind of stupid. Like, I know they were trying to probably go for some, like, world, like, full-on thematical thing, but damn, like, I guess they're trying to be, I guess Satoshi Kon was trying to be like Orson Welles and Citizen Kane, where Rosebud was his sled the whole time, or something like that, but honestly, it was just yikes for me. I didn't really like it that much. Mob Psycho, there's one more episode left. But next week, the big change coming up next week is the fact that Golden Wind will be filling in for Paranoia Agent's spot for the time being. Although my personal theory is that when Ballmaster Season 2 ends in like 2 or 3 weeks, we will see Golden Wind flip back to it. I'm anticipating Golden Wind will kind of get disappointing ratings as the second show, and that will be like the justification, be like, well, it's clearly failed in this slot. Let's just throw it back to 2 o'clock where it was before. And I can tell you, they are setting up that excuse already. That's exactly what's gonna happen to Golden Wind here. And also the week after that, we'll be getting starting with episode 15 reruns of season 1 of Fire Force in place of where Mob Psycho 100 is. Again, we're not getting season 2 of it, at least not now, and honestly, in my opinion, probably not ever. And then also we kind of have the issue where Black Clover only has 2 episodes left that have been dubbed, so they're probably going to have to find some solution to that. They'll either just go to like some type of like short form show that they already have, like probably going to go to one of the Fully Cooley sequels. I'm honestly surprised it's been 2 years since they aired it, considering how Toonami It basically makes every dollar off of running it right now because it's their own. They own the U.S. distribution rights to it. I'm honestly shocked they're not running that into the ground. And either that or they're gonna do what they do with My Hero Academia and be like, oh, let's just rerun 3 episodes, the last 3 episodes, and hope that more are done or something like that. But again, who knows? Konami's been pretty weird this year. Although we've gotten a couple good announcements over the last week or so. I mean, what do you guys think? What's your opinions on these ratings for this week? What do you think the way forward here is for Adult Swim, for Toonami? What show do you think Toonami should bring to the block or hope they bring to the block? Leave your opinions, leave your comments down below. I love reading them. If you like this content from our Toonami news, content like this, please like, please comment, and subscribe. I am Super Orange Cat, and that is all.